And we are live. It is going. It is official. um, yeah, a lot of stuff happened today. A lot of craziness.
You
I
can
was
say that
honestly,
again.
I was confused at first when that news dropped. I'm like, what? AT&T and Warner Media? Like, I know they own Warner Media, but I didn't understand the full extent of them selling it, like outright, and they're just done with it. Because I thought I
I'm
read it like
confused.
AT&T and Discovery are merging, and
That's
that's
what I
not what.
thought too.
Yeah, that's I think that's where the confusion set in, but it's like no, they're selling Warner Media for like half of what they bought them for a couple years ago, to Discovery, which
See,
is
I thought that I keep seeing I've seen as much the amount of reports I've seen about them selling it. I've also seen the same amount of them saying that they're merging. That they're it's
yeah,
weird.
it's the wording of the original report, I think, because it says that AT&T is merging Warner Media with Discovery, and it
Yeah,
sounds like AT&T is merging with Discovery for Warner Media to be under this new umbrella, but actually no, it's like 18. They should have worded it as AT&T sells Warner Media for half of its buying price. They bought it a couple years ago to Discovery, because AT&T's done. Because and right now I think Jason Keelar, who was a part of AT&T, who came on, who people like to talk about a lot because he was a big supporter of the Snyderverse and the Snyder Cut type thing. He wanted to work at Warner Brothers. He got the chance to because he was under AT&T, and now he's
he
gone.
wants out too.
He's basically because apparently he wasn't notified this was even happening.
That is
So right to the point. So with the split of some of the numbers, does this improve the odds of the Snyderverse continue? I don't know. I don't, because Discovery is known to like it's all about like their creatives. So unless there's a major shift, I don't think Zack Snyder's going to come back. I mean, he seems really happy with Netflix right now, with how he's talked about Army of the Dead and how before Army of the Dead even came out, they had a prequel film and an animated series to go alongside with this universe he's building. I mean, why? At that point, why? Like, why would you go back? I get the point, but I don't know. That's just me.
I mean, we will see. We will see what happens. I think if the leadership does significantly change, I think there's always never say never. Again, this is the same film that was never supposed to happen. That people, many journalists that I'm ashamed of that they said this, but it said it does not exist. It's not real, and I think it's I would say that right now I don't expect anything to happen this year. Like I'm not expecting them to start filming Justice League 2, da, 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 da.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's weird. It's really weird how this all transpired. But I'm just happy that we got the Snyder cut at least. For me, it's like if we don't get any more, of course, I'm sad because I do want to see more of this universe that he's built. But I'm still having a great time just going back rewatching the Snyder Cut over and over again. I may I may be close to having watched it 30 times now, but
Wow.
I kid you not, I am obsessed with this movie. But yeah,
And I've seen it like 3 times all the way through. I've watched bits and pieces. So, but yeah, that's a lot. But I mean, yeah, I mean the whole point of like people saying it doesn't exist. I mean, there was a number of people that were saying, well, it's the semantics of it because they were saying, well, the film put together completed doesn't exist. Well, yeah, that didn't exist. But him shooting everything he wanted for the most part, yeah, that existed. It was there. Thank you, Canadagraphs. Released the chainsaw reacts to chainsaws cut. He wants me to react to chainsaws. He feels like I'm false advertising with my name. So I feel like I should like react to a chainsaw. I guess would me reacting to chainsaws cutting down trees, is that a part of me reacting to chainsaws? Is that gonna work for you, Canada?
oh my god, I mean I remember when when I first discovered you, and I'm just like, wow, Chainsaw, what a good name. I'm like that's that, like 'cause I didn't know what your real name was before, so I'm like, Chainsaw is actually a really dope name. I'm just gonna say that like whenever I refer to him. So like I don't the only cool nickname I ever had like online was Samaritan. So
Oh.
it started with like if any of y'all are Yu-Gi-Oh! GX fans, specifically the Japanese, like the original, like not the English dub version, even though I have watched it, I do like it to some degree. There's an arc in season 3 where Judai, where he embraces his darker side, known as Hao, which is like the Japanese word for supreme king. So like as my like my later teenage years, I would just keep calling myself Hao or whatever. So and then eventually like it became Samaritan. I was like, you know what? I will go from Supreme to Samaritan because somehow like, that's like evil good. I don't know.
Thank you, Hannah. You picked the name, the controversy. Thanks so much for being controversial. Yeah, I mean, I'm doing a podcast this Friday with another YouTuber, and I was asking him like, "Hey, so what are we going to be talking about?" Because I kind of want to know some topics, so I don't go in blind. And he's like, "Oh, we're talking about most about your YouTube career." My YouTube career. Okay, I had to think that through. There's not a lot to talk about. I just ramble in front of a camera. I don't know what.
No, I mean, hold on. Let me go on to your channel. Let's see. Almost 52K subscribers, almost 3,000 videos. I mean, I would say that's a career. Well, why would you say, oh? I mean, it's a good thing. Like you're like, almost 3,000 videos, almost 50. What did I say? 52K subscribers. I mean, yo, that's a career.
Yeah, I try. I guess. I mean,
don't be so humble.
It's funny because like I was like, should I make this video? Because see, like every time I do something, I'm like questioning, should I even upload it? And I do it, and then I realize it's a bad mistake. Because I did that video on the whole Candace Patton situation just to kind of discuss it, and I lost subscribers because of it. I'm like, oops, sorry. But I guess people just couldn't handle the fact that I was just asking a question mostly. I would have more.
God forbid for asking questions, Shane.
Yeah,
How dare you?
I was simply just saying, what's the line? And we had one cast member fired over one thing. This is the same thing, not as intense, but still. What's gonna end? I'm just asking a question. I wasn't saying she needs to be fired, but people were just like, "What are you doing?"
Oh, can we pick Martin's question?
Okay.
I don't know how to pronounce your last name, Martin, so that's why I just said like Martin.
Shrikov? I'm apologies. What superhero movie era would you guys prefer? MCU or DCU or pre-MCU or DCU? That's a good question.
Yeah. Well, let's just what did come before the MCU and DCU? Because like for DC movies, we had the Dark Knight movies, Green Lantern. We had
the quadrilogy of Batman films that started with Michael Keaton that ended with George Clooney.
Oh yeah,
anything pre DCU is counted in the pre DCEU though. So
yeah, we had Jonah Hex. We had the Constantine movie.
I've never actually seen Jonah Hex.
I was a kid when I saw it, and I'm like, his face is ugly. I don't want to watch it. So like again, I was a kid. Like I of course wouldn't be that insensitive today. What else came? What else came before like the current era that we're living in right now?
Superman quadrilogy with Christopher Reeve. Superman Returns also included in that.
Ew.
Oh boy. Catwoman. Catwoman came. If you think pre MCU, of course we had the Raimi trilogy, the Amazing Spider-Man trilogy, duology, not trilogy.
The Hulk movies, but the Hulk and the Incredible Hulk. Then we had Ghost Riders.
The X-Men films were outside of the MCU continuity, and they did start before the MCU.
Yeah.
So all those. Elektra, Daredevil, Blade,
Well,
Yeah.
the first Blade I do like. I do like the first Blade movie. It was kind of dope.
They kind of went.
Mhm.
Oh, thank you, Martin. Suit me up, Uncle Alfred. Oh, shut up with that Batgirl nonsense. Leave my girl alone. Yeah, I don't. I personally, if you're gonna ask me, out of everything, I prefer out of everything the MCU, just because of all the consistency that they've had for the most part. But I can't ignore a lot of the great X-Men films and the Sam Raimi trilogy, even though the third film isn't the best. But I mean, the first two movies are so damn good. But if you're talking about how much of a story they built, and it feels like it's a series of comics, each movie, it's like the story's all intertwined. Yeah, I got to go with the MCU for that. And the fact that Disney Plus stuff is opening so much more for that. I mean, Loki looks fantastic.
I'm really
WandaVision
excited
looks
for
awesome.
Loki. But WandaVision was an amazing experience, and that's something I mean, I don't hate Falcon and Winter Soldier, but like there's something about that show that just doesn't click for me. I think Falcon's story is chef's kiss. I think the rest is a lot. So
I get your point, because after seeing WandaVision and what that tone was, the storyline, basically why that show was even existing, because she created this fake reality and TV and like sitcom shit. It was so crazy. Falcon and Soldier is a really grounded-esque show. It was a complete opposite of WandaVision in terms of what they did in WandaVision. I will say I feel the Flag Smashers, I don't think they handled them well at the end of the day. I felt like a lot of the times the Flag Smashers were just there because they needed a villain. It didn't feel like they actually made a real impact.
The actress, though, who played
yes,
Carly, yeah,
she was in Solo, a Star Wars story. I remember her from that, and I really liked her in that, even though it was a small role. I was kind of hoping they would do more with her. Or what they should have done, get rid of the Flag Smashers entirely and make US Agent. Make him the actual villain, because they were just building that up anyways in the show. Why not really have that be the focus? Have this new Cap be the real villain at the end of the day, and have him truly be the focus.
I don't want them to redeem him. Like, for me, it's like I felt bad for the actor that he got that and so, because that's never okay. But I think that, like, I don't need to see whiny John Walker getting a redemption arc and becoming like an anti. I don't know what people were suggesting, Thunderbolt or something. I was like, I don't need that. I don't have time for that.
Yeah, people are saying Thunderbolts because they want that show, because they keep hinting at stuff, because the fact that Abomination's coming back, the fact that on the raft now is Zemo. He's on the raft now, and that's where Abomination is. So they're saying Abomination, Zemo, I guess US Agent. I'm not sure who else they could pull unless it's new characters. I'm not sure.
By Canada.
Spoiler set. I don't know what you're talking about, but okay.
He's gonna go see Steph. He's gonna go talk to Stephanie Brown.
Oh, is she still on is she back on Batwoman?
No. Oh my god, because he said spoiler.
Oh, I was like, wait a minute. I know she's in. I haven't caught up on Batwoman, but I heard that. But I saw an image where she's in it. I'm like, because I remember making a video fucking like over a year ago at this point, because people kept hounding me about 5 heroes I like to see on Batwoman season 1 or within the show. It's still before Ruby quit. So, okay. Stephanie Brown was one of them as Batgirl, though. It said as Batgirl. So I'm half right. I was half got that right. So maybe she'll come up as Batgirl. Who knows?
I think they will make her spoiler than anything. There you go. So
it's about Batwoman shit. Okay.
But again, yeah, kind of. I was just like legit kidding, because spoiler, every time she would say spoiler alert, whatever. So
hey, Canada, when you can, try to get those first images of a Kate Kane as a Hawkfire or something. No, she's not gonna become that character. She should though.
I think if anything, because I was doing some research on that. I mean, because I think if anyone should become Firehawk or Hawkfire, it's Mary, because that's basically Mary is basically Beth Kane.
Yes, but I mean, if they're gonna, because Wallace Day said that she was hoping she's back for season 3, because someone asked, is she doing a Q&A on Instagram or something through the Batwoman Instagram, and they asked, and she was like answering questions from fans, responding. So I said, is Kate in season 3? She's like, hopefully. I'm thinking, you picked that question specifically though. Like you wouldn't, because there's tons of questions coming into that Instagram account. Why'd you pick that one specifically, Wallace? I don't know. I'm not saying she's going to stick around. It's interesting. Scott, thank you for the super chat and thank you for the question. The Flash, Superman, and Lois, Stargirl, and Arrow are the highest quality Arrowverse shows. Do y'all agree? I don't know if Andy will, because I know he loves Black Lightning, so you didn't include Black Lightning in there, so he might disagree with your comment. I don't know. But I will say this. The Flash has not been always consistent, but when it's good, it's good. Superman and Lois, it's only had, I think, 5 episodes so far.
It comes back tomorrow. At 9 Central.
But those 5 episodes are really, really good. Like budget-wise, so much more. It feels like a movie each episode. Stargirl was definitely great first season. We'll have to wait and see how season 2 does. And Arrow, I mean, it had the worst thing that's ever happened in the Arrowverse season 4. But we talk about Arrow season 1, 2, 5, and the majority of 8. You got to give it to Arrow.
I will. Yeah, I agree. I think Flash is, I think it is stronger again now with the new leadership and so on. We definitely had some struggling seasons. I don't even want to relive season 5. Stargirl, I love Stargirl. Like I am dying for season 2, and Super Lois, it's been a really strong start so far. I'm hoping they will keep it up. And Arrow, yes, I will defend season 2 with all my heart. Season 1, I've lost respect for season 1 because of how much they undid in season 5. Like basically, the pilot is ruined for me now. Like I cannot take those island scenes serious anymore because because I really wanted, Green Arrow, like year 5, I guess, because it wouldn't be year 1, but like I wanted that to be the case, and then like by the time we get to 522, I'm like, oh, so it was a fake beard and a fake wig. It was a wig. I mean, fake wig. Well,
it's because they I think the thing is they ran out of island storyline to tell. Like, can we really keep Oliver on the island for 5 years? I think they jumped the shark when he was literally, and we discussed this before, when he was in his own office in Queen Consolidated and Felicity walks in and they see each other. That completely jumped the shark.
The shark jumped more than King Shark, for God's sake.
Okay. Diggle's dumb helmet. I love this guy so much. I love Diggle's dumb helmet.
Wait. I just wanted to finish the other thing I want to say is that I would say Black Lightning is absolutely on that list for me because I think that it has some really important stories. And then, I cannot speak as a Black person what that experience is, but I think that we are seeing new stories that are important to see. And I think it's I would almost want school systems to kind of use Black Lightning as like a way to as a part of education, kind of be like, hey, people are drawn to superheroes, but so let's see what stories our students will take from seeing this kind of story. So and also guys, if you're all caught up with Black Lightning, don't miss the series finale next Monday. So just saying.
There you go.
Diggle's dumb.
So this guy has been around for so long, and he pops up at the most random times. Sad Falcon didn't get a dumb helmet. Speaking of, I see the title mentions Diggle returning to the Arrowverse. I wonder, will I return with him? I don't think you will. I think he's moved on from his dumb helmet. Now, when Diggle got his ring at the end of the finale, he changed his name to Diggle's Dumb Ring. Now he's reverted back to helmet, and he's waiting for someone to wear it. So basically, he's waiting for the next character to wear the Diggle's dumb helmet. And I love it's the fact that the picture is just so funny. I remember seeing that for the first time, that promo shot of him in the helmet for the first time. I'm like, okay.
Well, I wish you had seen when we saw at Comic-Con that year when they so when they revealed, I might have the photo somewhere. I can maybe show it to you. When when Stephen Amell came out in his Green Arrow outfit, which was, oh my god, like, he was in character and everything.
That
I
video was
cried.
awesome. I've seen it. It's good.
But they did show us concept art what the helmet initially looked, and it was not. I mean, can you pull up his question again?
Yeah, right
It
there.
was not. It wasn't that. That's not the thing we saw on the concept art.
Not the rip off Magneto helmet.
Exactly. So like it was not that. Actually, hold on. Vamp for me.
Dumb cowboy hat.
I will see.
The Legends picture. Diggle's dumb cowboy helmet.
Vamp for me. I will try if I can find that and I can send it to you. You can show it to everyone because I mean the show is over. What I mean, also what I didn't do anything wrong taking that picture. Everyone was taking pictures.
Gotcha. That's hilarious.
If
you send it to me, I can pull it up here. I can share the screen and pull it up. That's hilarious though. Yeah, the fake mustache and that I just so they're gonna go to a Western time period and Diggle's gonna be there.
It's Henry Cavill's mustache all over again. One mustache they're trying to get rid of, and one
they added the mustache in post. It looks like I can't unsee it. It looks like Magneto's helmet. It's just not good.
I am just gonna add a watermark to my picture, so in case one of you all are trying to take screenshots, I will be like, well, there's my name. So because I found that.
As he's pointing out here, I hope nobody impersonates me. We've had people who's impersonated him. We had people popping up as Diggle's beautiful helmet using the same image. Like it's just getting really ridiculous. But thank you so much, Diggle's dumb helmet. Henry's mustache moved onto Diggle after the backlash from Justice League. Yes. Blue Arrow says, "Sup guys, what's the next superhero character you would like to see have his own TV show?" Well, you got to say her as well because her.
No, only males can have superheroes, right? Okay, they can only have those shows.
That's why Supergirl's ending, and that's why Batwoman is ending as well. Secretly, no one knows that yet because they're ending all those shows. That makes sense. That's why Wonder Girl didn't get her show picked up. It's a female. Can't have it.
I mean, nah.
Oh no, it's already Diggle's amazing helmet. It's already starting. Oh no.
Okay, I'm almost done with it. Hold on, let's see.
Okay. Thank you, Scott, for the super chat again. I'm excited for Stargirl season 2 because it looks like it will be magic based with a villain like Eclipso. Also, looks like Wildcat will be getting a new suit. Who are y'all's favorite Stargirl characters? First of all, Eclipso looks really cool, and I like the fact that it's gonna be a different type of villain. Wildcat getting a new suit, it doesn't matter to me because I thought she looked pretty good in season 1. I think Courtney. I like how Courtney had to learn to work with her team, that she wasn't automatically just okay, because she was still learning everything. But the only thing that really bothered me about Courtney is that she literally kept yelling, "Starman's my father!" Like we get it the first or second time, but now when you say it like 50 times in an episode, it gets annoying.
I just DM'd it to you.
Okay, let me see. Oh, did you send it via Twitter or email?
Oh, I can email it to you if you want. It's fine.
Oh no, I'll check Twitter. No, it's okay. I was just verifying. I wanted to make sure I'm up right. Let's see here. So this is the concept art for Diggle's dumb helmet, is what you're saying.
I am not saying dumb. I'm just saying helmet concept art. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings.
It's kind of hard to see in that image. It's blurry.
But like if you like, yeah, I mean,
okay. I'll pull it up here. Hold on. Let me share the screen.
It's just gonna get angry with me in the.
Gotcha.
Is Wildcat really getting a new suit? I haven't seen that.
Allow. Okay, that's all of us. Woo! Look at us, everybody. So here it is. It's kind of hard to see, but it definitely.
The next like it wasn't like Magneto's helmet. Like you could see like it's like it was basically the season 8 helmet.
Oh, so basically they years before they actually did it, they were going to do it. What it looked like.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, yeah, the suit definitely looks like silver. Like it's not black or whatever.
I think that was just like I think the costume was never. Like I think the costume was never. Yeah, I don't think that was meant. Like that wasn't meant to reveal a costume. It was just meant to reveal, hey y'all, he's getting a helmet.
Okay. Now Martin keeps asking this question, and I think it's obvious. I think Tony's death is sadder than Harry's death from Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
We had many more years with Tony than Harry.
Yeah.
And I just feel like, he was. I mean, Harry was a good character. I'm glad that we got to see, that character in the movies. I felt like he was a good foil at times, and definitely, went from best friend to enemy or whatever. But, why Watermark? I don't know.
Because I'm a dick.
I like that answer. So Scott's saying that it looks like that Wildcat is getting a darker purple redesign. I mean, that's cool and all. I mean, they kind of make it different. If it's an all black suit, add some color to it, unless you're specifically trying to stick with all black. But again, if you're filming out during the day, that sunlight is going to beat you all to hell.
Yep.
Let's see.
Can we go back to Blue Arrow's question?
Oh, let's see here. Oh, let's see.
What
about the
show?
Okay. Yes. Here we are. Okay, so there's been a number of things of shows in the works. I mean, Naomi's getting its pilot shot right now, but that's not been picked up yet.
We will know soon, though.
Wasn't there a character called Ghost something that was in the works for CW?
That there's no confirmation to that.
Okay, gotcha. That was just something somebody started or something.
I think they want Ghostmaker to happen, and so they just like, hey, let me manifest. Yeah, I don't know.
Gotcha. I don't know, because thing is like they've covered a lot of characters in the Arrowverse. There's a certain point where either a character's too big or they're not allowed to. Now the question is, Ghostmaker. That was the character. I don't know. I mean, I would say Wonder Girl, but they dropped it. I don't know why they would do that. Because even if the character had not been officially introduced at that point in the comics, you had the groundwork to do what you wanted with that version. Because there's no real lore to work off of. You can build it on your own. And they've already referenced Wonder Woman. We know she exists somewhere. We just haven't seen her. Doesn't mean you have to show her, but show that lore. Show Themyscira properly. Have Wonder Girl and all that.
I mean, I've written about this for a while, but I've also said this other places where I think that Nubia would be a great show too. For like that way, we don't have to use Diana Prince. The DCU can do what they need to do with Diana, and then the TV shows can use Nubia. Someone we haven't seen on screen before. There is mythology to her, and that's the whole point of the multiverse. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, everything Arrowverse says here, we need a Batman show. If they can pull off Superman and Lois, and they can do Batman. They basically ignored canon for Superman and Lois so far. Well,
define ignored canon.
Yeah, because there's no canon, because Crisis rewrote everything.
Yeah, they can do anything.
I mean, I would think so I'm thinking whatever we saw pre-Crisis happened in the timeline, but if you go back after Crisis, things have changed. We got Supergirls all over the Earth. She's now on that Earth now. So all of those events of season 4 of, say, The Flash, or season 5 of Arrow were probably different, but we'll never see it because they're not going to go back and do that. But it's like
they have the freedom if they want to.
Yeah, but like now it's like if you watch the shows now from beginning to end, you're seeing all this stuff pre-Crisis, but now the timeline has now shifted. So when we go to see the 150th episode of The Flash, that Nora Allen is not the same Nora Allen we saw in season 5 of Flash. It's completely different Nora Allen. It's the same actor, same costume, same name, but newsflash, it's not the same character. Crisis completely changed that character up because the timeline of The Flash has now shifted. Everyone on The Flash show knows what happened up to before Crisis and then after because of Martian Manhunter and all that kind of stuff. But in the reality, the timeline they're living in now is different than what they lived in before. It's different. So that's how they're explaining all these new changes and new villains popping up. It's how they're all explaining it. So yeah, there's no real canon being ignored. That's why in Superman Lois pilot, they show you in the opening couple minutes the exact way they all met and grew up and kids and all that kind of stuff, because it's completely changed. They don't have a baby anymore now. They have 2 teenage sons because of Crisis. But yeah, news flash. I see what you did there. Well, I didn't mean to do that, but thank you. And yeah, this is true. It is technically a soft reboot. Well, it's a soft reboot for the character, for Superman and Lois, essentially, because now they're rewriting their history instead of just continuing on. Batman and Wonder Girl series now for CW. I mean, I don't know. I don't think they would do a Batman show. They already got Batwoman.
I don't need Batman. I'm gonna be like one controversial person who says that we don't need Batman. I think we have too much Batman. I think honestly, people can complain however they want and so on, but I think they're doing the right thing of exploring the Bat family characters like on Titans and on Batwoman, because guys, if you want to see something Batman, there's a shit ton of content already. Like there's animated shows, there's at least 7 movies. There are other TV shows. There are video games. There are Lego movies. Batman is satirized. Like we're getting to a point where they're like Batman is not the only profitable character that they can make money out of, because that's why we keep getting Batman content all the time, because they think that's the only thing that sells. But no, like I'd rather see other characters from the Batman universe. And like, I mean, I got excited when we heard that Stephanie was going to be on Batwoman, and like, I think Titans is maybe a little bit too crowded right now, but I do think it's great that now we have the option of, we have Tim Drake, we have Barbara Gordon, we have Jason Todd. Maybe he gets a Red Hood show. Who knows? So like, I don't see why there's a fucking need for a Batman show when you have all the Batman content. You're about to get a reboot next year. Question show. I think that would be great.
Yeah. And to your point about the Batman stuff, or just I think Batwoman's a good place for Bat family characters to pop up, because it's already a Bat family-esque show anyways. Because you already have Kate Kane, you have a new Batwoman, you've already introduced Bruce Wayne. In a sense, it's hush, but we now know the face of Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
We don't know where he is. They've referenced Robin in the past, all that kind of stuff. So who knows? And it's like I said, Stephanie Brown. There's many different things, but I think with Titans, that's pushing it a little, because yes, we have Dick Grayson, but then you're just shoehorning all these other things.
Yeah,
and they're going to be apparently in Gotham a lot during the season. I'm like, we don't need it, because Titans is not just Bat family characters. Titans is much more than that.
It's fucking Teen Titans, like
basically. But if they do a Red Hood show and spin that off, that's going to take some characters away from Titans. It's going to help it hopefully breathe a little, because we don't need all these characters piling on. To touch upon Stephanie Brown, is it out of the realm of possibility that the Arrowverse's current trajectory is future state? I could see Steph be Robin. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I would think spoiler. If they're going to keep around.
Yeah. I don't see future state honestly happening, because like that is not something the Arrowverse really does in terms of like changing into a format that based on an event that was only for 2 months. Yeah. So,
and to this point, I don't think anybody wants the show anymore. I think at first we were like, Hawk and Dove. I don't
think there ever was, like, I know there was an option for a show, but like there was never any development on a spin-off for Hawk and Dove, and I don't think we need it either.
No, I mean a show with Batman raising Damian Wayne, like family-esque show. I get your point, but like I would say if we never got a Batwoman show and they were just going to do just Batman, like how they're doing Superman and Lois, all right. But you already have Batwoman at this point. Like people said, was Supergirl. Well, Supergirl's going away. Superman and Lois is definitely not trying to take the spotlight away from Supergirl. It's a very different type show, because Supergirl here's what I love about so much about the comparison. Supergirl is very team oriented. like there's so many side characters that are a part of the team Supergirl essentially. Like it's not just her fighting crime, it's her and a bunch of other characters. Like basically every character on that show for the most part is a superhero at this point.
Yeah.
Superman and Lois, yes, he has two teenage sons. One we know who has powers. The others we're still debating whether it's he has powers. I'm assuming he will have powers. We'll have to wait and see. But right now, Superman's on his own. He's on his own fighting, and I think they're going to keep it that way. I feel like the only time you'll see him have a team is if his sons become Superboys, which I don't know if that's going to happen.
But maybe not this season, but I think by the end of
they may tease it at the end though. They may tease it because I feel like Jordan is definitely going to show that he can control his powers, I would think, because that character has to grow, because all he has done a lot is complain a lot, and we have to get out of that, because that's going to get annoying, at least for me, because if all he does is complain, then that's going to get tiresome quickly. But I mean, it's all confusing to him. I mean, I bet Clark went through the same thing when he discovered his powers. Probably complained a lot and did some really messed up stuff. But see, he didn't have a father figure in a sense to look up to who has the same things that he does in terms of abilities, because his father didn't. But now Clark can help his sons because he went through the same thing they are right now, or at least, well, one of them is right now. But I think Jonathan's going to show off. He's going to have powers. They're waiting for the right moment to surprise us, I think. Superboy and Superlad, because they keep dropping Superboy. They keep dropping that name.
It's just so funny that the one who's saying Superboy is, because Jonathan is Superboy in the comic, but yeah, he's the one who's saying, like, how about deal with Superboy over there? I'm just like,
I don't know. I feel like they might come up with the names for them or something. I don't think she'll become the new Batwoman, because I feel like Ryan's going to stay until the show's over.
Yeah, but also I don't want Stephanie Brown to become Batwoman. Like,
yeah, because we're with Javicia Leslie. You might as well, if you're going to have Stephanie on the show, because I mean, they eventually got to get to the point where there's got to be, because it's called the Bat Family for a reason. If you're going to build a Bat Family, you got to have Stephanie become a Robin, or spoiler, or a Batgirl. One of the three. Can't have her become Batwoman. It'd feel weird.
Yeah,
but maybe that's what they're setting up. Was introducing Stephanie, that they're potentially setting up like the actual Bat Family on Batwoman, which I'm not against, but I'm just saying you can't kick Javicia. Like, that's why I'm saying if they kept Kate Kane on the show while stay, she can't become Batwoman again. She's got to become somebody else.
Yeah.
Oh, Fernando. Keep the tradition going. Season 3, Stephanie Brown. The season 4, Cassandra Cain. Just every season there's a new Batwoman. I'll be Batwoman in season 5. I'll do that. That'll be.
And then Harrison Wells becomes Batwoman in season 6.
That makes sense. That's why he's leaving Batwoman. That's why he's leaving Flash, so he can train and become Batwoman in a couple of years.
Exactly.
Lobo and Superman Lois. That'd be the place for you to see him. I mean, if he was to show up, that'd be the place to see him.
I mean, if we could get Krypton's Lobo back on Superman Lois, I think that would be great.
Yeah. Javicia said season 3 of Batwoman is all about Ryan's story, more into her background. Well, shouldn't they have done that this season then? Since it is her first season?
Well, I think it's a weird position she's in this year, because like not only that they had to deal with the whole Kate thing of it all. And I think they're like it's still like in a transition mood, but I think I think it's like I think they will begin exploring her and then throughout the rest of season 2, and then season 3, like not obviously every episode is going to be about her background. So there you go. Henry Cavill can be Batwoman, and good Lord, he will look gorgeous as Batwoman.
There's a rumor Daniel Panabaker is leaving the Flash after season 7. Don't believe it. It's from We Got Discovered. Yeah, I don't believe it either. I mean, if it's not coming from Deadline or Variety, then I don't believe it. I mean, that's where they announced Tom Cavanaugh and Carlos leaving.
I mean, I think I might be leaving Flash after this season. I don't know.
Everybody's going to Flash. It's just going to be Barry Allen just sitting in Cell Labs going, "Where is everybody?" for season 8. Flash, Superman, and Lois should cross over with Stargirl. I would say Flash should fit more tonally with Stargirl. I think, especially the camaraderie. But here's the thing too: it's like if we have Stargirl crossover, say next year, like season 3 of Stargirl and season 8 of Flash, you're gonna miss Cisco interacting with these characters and learning about who they are, because he loves meeting new people.
I mean, I think we can survive without him. I mean, I love him, but like, it's like like for me, it's like he's not the main character of the show. So it's like for me, I rather see Barry and Courtney, or if Jesse and Courtney, wherever Jesse Quick might be.
Ooh, no, listen, we got this covered. I mean, we have to listen. We got this covered. Where else are we gonna get our fake news at?
Yeah.
Everyone leave Team Flash. Barry's alone and depressed. Doors open. Hey, rookie, Ralph Dibny.
Ew,
Yeah, they bring back Ralph after everybody else leaves. They bring back Ralph. No, it's Ralph with that helmet on from when he's popped up earlier in the season. It's not even Ralph. Stargirl's on Earth too. We know. Yes,
that's true.
They do have to rival Kate's story, but I feel like they could still do more with her. Past the point.
I mean,
I'm okay. I hear things. So.
I'm okay if they can find an organic story for her, but like if they don't have anything more else to do, I think it's okay if she doesn't come back. I love Wallace Day. I mean, people can go see my Twitter feed and like they know that I have huge respect for Wallace Day, but I think that let's not force it. Like if there are no good stories for her, then let her leave. She can come back maybe in a few years or whatever. Because this is Ryan's show now. They needed to recast Kate so that they can actually finish that story. But it is no way to be like, well, she's somehow gonna take back the Batwoman mantle, whatever, and so on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see her. I don't see her taking back the Batwoman mantle, but I do see her sticking around, being another hero, or recurring.
Take over the Crow. Take over the Crows.
Yeah, and then or maybe she's like she runs the Crows, and then part-time she'll suit up alongside Javicia and go fight crime if need be. If what is warranted is not her being the leader of the Crows at that point, but it's needed for her to be something else, going out fighting crime, because Kate can kick ass. That's what Kate does. So I can see that happening for sure. So apparently there's a thing of a Smallville cartoon. I'm guessing you would know about this more than anything else.
I know that Michael said it somewhere. I just don't know where the hell he brought it up.
Apparently it was like a podcast or something, or a live stream or something. They brought it up.
Well, if it was a live stream, then then people will need to send me clips and so on, because otherwise, like. And also, the thing is, even if they want to see it happen, that doesn't mean like they necessarily can make it happen. Like that would be up to Warner Brothers, who owns the rights to Smallville.
Yeah. Apparently, Carolyn said they're working out something for Stephanie Brown season 3. I didn't know that.
The only quote I saw, she said to EW that they hope they can keep doing something more with Stephanie and Cluemaster in season 3. But that's the only thing I've seen so far. But never say never.
Okay. Let's see. Was it on Inside of You podcast? I think he has a lot of guests. He has a lot of guests on that podcast.
Yeah. He hasn't invited me yet, though. No, he would never. He would never. And he should never.
One episode of Batwoman upcoming named Rebirth. Is that related to anything in the comics? Maybe. I don't know. Rebirth. I mean, that's, of course, the comics. But I don't know. Because they love referencing their new 52. They love referencing the number 52.
52.
I've heard every time they have a chance, they'll say 52 for some stupid reason. Let's see. Michael Rosenbaum and Tom Welling are producing it. So you're saying it's confirmed? I haven't heard this for nothing.
Yeah, if it was confirmed, trust me, like Michael Rosenbaum would not be the one to announce it. It would be through the trades.
Yeah.
Like,
see.
Maybe he said. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was just reading this. You go ahead.
He might have said that they might want to produce that, but like again, Michael Rosenbaum, Tom Welling does not own the Smallville rights, so like they can't just go and say, "Well, we're doing this."
Yeah, they have to sign a bunch of paperwork. Could Kang be the villain of Fantastic Four: Young Avengers? I mean, they're setting him up in Quantum Mania, so yeah, could. I would say Fantastic Four probably more than Young Avengers. We don't need a Bebo spinoff. We don't need that. No.
No thanks.
All hell.
We need plush toys and like
no. No,
what?
you don't want to spread it more. No.
What? He's
don't know.
I love Bebo. What was a strange comment?
I blocked it. Somebody said something really inappropriate.
Hi.
Very inappropriate. No, it's funny. I like how there's people that comment sexual stuff about these characters and like, why?
Guys, don't be gross.
I won't say what it is. All I'm going to tell you is they said, imagine this character and this character got it on in the shower. I don't know why you would comment that because we're in the middle of a discussion here.
Yeah.
I don't know. Could Pacific Rim be redone by first movie director instead of a possible multiverse? I mean, there's been like they've talked for years just as kind of a thing. Could Pacific Rim cross over with Godzilla? I mean, Godzilla would kill all of them, but sure.
Yeah.
You want Godzilla to murder everybody? A huge Bebo beanbag. Ooh. Could we ever see the classic Hal Jordan and Barry Allen friendship after Cisco's gone? No, because they're going to have Hal Jordan in the movies. I don't think we're ever going to see Hal Jordan. I mean, if we're having to wait, hopefully for Diggle to finally accept the ring, which apparently he's rejecting, we're not going to see Hal Jordan show up in the Arrowverse anytime soon. It just ain't going to happen.
Which is fine for me. Like, I would rather have Diggle and Barry as like the flashing red of this universe. So.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I just feel like it's I hate the fact there's limitations. Someone earlier mentioned how I have said before there's a Batman embargo essentially for TV. And technically, yes. We had Bruce Wayne on Batwoman, his face. We've had Bruce Wayne, of course, in Gotham, which I got so irritated because see, I was getting a little bit in the rumor mill because some of the actors were posting stuff from Gotham cast were posting stuff. I'm thinking,
what year was this?
This year.
Wait, when did it come?
So we had the namings are horrible, so don't kill me about names. We had Bruce Wayne, Riddler, and Penguin in a picture together. And they were all in a selfie, and this was like about 2 weeks ago or something. And the caption was, "We're back." And I'm thinking, what?
Oh, they're just jerking with people. Like,
it doesn't matter. I took the bait because I'm sitting there going, "We're back." And then I saw other posts that people were also connecting to this, saying, "Look at this, look at this, look at this." So follow the rabbit hole. So I did a live stream around that night, and people were asking, like, "So is Gotham returning?" I'm like, I don't think so, but I don't know because why are they saying we're back? And then, of course, the actor who played Bruce Wayne posted that he's back in Gotham, but he was in New York. But he's like, "I'm back in Gotham." I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? I was getting so irritated. And so here's the thing. I'm not saying they're going to bring Gotham back because I don't think they're ever going to bring it back because I feel like the show's done. But it would be a big thing if they brought that back for like a limited series for like HBO Max or something. Because I mean, it's not connected to anything else. It would be interesting to kind of see where these characters are after a couple more years or something, just to say, because we had that time jump at the end of the finale, but what about after that? Not saying it's got to be all focused on Batman and stuff, but what would happen? What's going to be?
Gotham is a show that deserves more love, and I would love to see it come back. I don't think it will because, I mean, the whole Bat embargo thing, there's also a legal reasoning to look at it because technically Fox owns Batman television rights,
which is weird, but that's
I know. And now Disney has it. I'm just like, bitch, why? Like, I look at Mickey.
How long did they have those rights though? That's the question.
I mean, it's been a long ass time that they've been having control over it. So I know it's a part of it, but like, I would say that the Bat embargo isn't as bad as it was 10 years ago. Let me tell you a little story of this small little town called Smallville, and this little show called Smallville, which was a big show because basically y'all would not have the Arrowverse without Smallville. So, but
I think I know where you're going with this, but go ahead.
They could never have Bruce Wayne on the show because WarnerMedia was like, people are gonna be confused if there's like two Bruce Waynes at the same time. But hey, you know what? Let's make a crappy Superman movie, and while Smallville is still on. That's why Lois and Clark on Smallville could not be in a romantic relationship until after the movie came out, and apparently there was some. What's the word I would use? They had to really talk it through when it came to using the fortress in season 5. So like it was worse back then. Now it's better. I mean, the fact is okay. I mean, I'm sure we're gonna see Warren Christie as Bruce Wayne, the real Bruce Wayne at some point. But the fact that we even got an actor who is playing a present time Bruce Wayne, it's not like Ian Glenn, it's not like Kevin Conroy. It is a legit, present time, hot as hell Bruce Wayne. Listen, that man was gorgeous. I'm just like, I mean, I know he's hush, but like, my God. So like, we would never have gotten that 10 years ago.
Yeah. Let's turn that away over there. She's stretching out. Sorry. Her feet just coming in the frame here. You made good points because I completely forgot Ian Glenn's Bruce Wayne, Warren Christie, of course. I was so shocked they even showed his face. I'm like, holy crap! And then of course, Kevin Conroy, which that was I think the slowly opening the door for Bruce Wayne because we have a Bruce Wayne in the Arrowverse, and this is actually Bruce Wayne. So that was really crazy.
You're right, Mr. I think you're right, Mr. Fern. In the early years of Arrowverse, we would never get Bruce. Now it is better now. So it's like, we're getting there.
We're slowly getting there. After Gotham ended, the rights reverted back to WWE. Is that true? I don't know. But of course, the Smallville comics, yes, and the season 11 comics, Smallville had Batman because it's comics.
What do you mean season 11? It is tied. It is.
No, I'm just saying season 11 because like they're saying season 11. It's the comics. It's not the show.
Well, they call it season 11 though.
But like I'm saying, like if they can because it's comics. There's no embargo. They can do it because it's the comics. But it's TV. It's a very different ball game. Congratulating. Well, thank you so much. What was the point of Ryan Choi in Crisis? He would just show up as Paragon in Spirit. That's a good question. He mainly popped up because I needed an interview back then after the crisis was over to talk to him one-on-one. That's what I was needing him for. No, good question. I think at one point he was supposed to take over because I remember, and I think it's pertinent to the conversation because your question, during the interview, he told me that originally in the script, he was supposed to have a seat at that table at the end, but they cut it. So I felt like they had plans for him and they completely changed up their plans. It sounded like the way he was just talking with an extra chair at the table, it was just odd number. But the fact is, it was looking like he was going to become the new Adam. But then they changed their mind.
I would have been in game 4.
I would have been too because I think he did a pretty good job. Christ is just a mess.
Andy, you have my stamp of approval. Not that you need it, but you have it. Billy, what did I say?
Because you like Bebo. So Billy here, he says, "Does Andy know about Rat Earth?" I don't think Andy knows about Rat Earth. There's this whole thing where Billy.
Oh, is that Walter Hamada's Earth?
Yes. I love how when he messaged me earlier tonight, guys, he was like, "We have this whole AT&T WarnerMedia, and we can shit on Walter Hamada some more." Okay.
I don't like him. I'm sorry, I just don't.
But the whole Rat Earth thing, Billy years ago came up with this idea of everybody in the Arrowverse is on this Rat Earth and they're all rats. I don't know why, but it's this whole thing. It's really ridiculous. Save Daredevil, save Gotham. Ryan Choi should come back in the Flash now. Cisco leaving. That would be interesting.
And I would love that.
That is actually, I never would have thought about that, but that's really cool. I'm gonna I'll message Osric right now and say, "Hey man, you should come back in the Flash." And he's gonna go, "Who is this?"
I mean, yeah,
I know you should.
Why not, Andy? Why not?
Is the DC Discovery AT&T and Warner? Oh, wow. Okay. Going to be beneficial to the Arrowverse? No, because it's not going to happen right away. Because the deal ain't going to go through for another 6 months to over a year.
Yeah. Like it's like it doesn't like you. Like it's not like they just have to sign one piece of paper and be like, we're merged.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
The Legends.
What killed the dinosaurs? Walter Hamada. I had enough for you.
Walter, if you're listening, you might be nice as a human being, but you're a terrible business person. So
he's got better things to do than watch this.
They
might have placed him in crossover to see people like him. I mean, people responded pretty well to him. Oh God. Billy's playing out router. Kitchen broke into Captain Mold. We're here for the cheese, Mick. Just like Mom used to put out on her spaghetti, Captain Mold. Not now, Mick. So he would love to do that. I think at one point Captain Cold said to Heatwave, "Not now, Mick." So he throws it into everything. Not now, Mick. Walter Hamada will be responsible for the final extinction. I think Walter Hamada is going to be involved in Final Crisis whenever we get to that point again.
So he's gonna play Darkseid?
Yeah. Gracie killed the dinosaurs. Oh fuck. Cicada, Gracie, we killed the dinosaurs.
I don't want to talk about season 5.
Dude, hold on. Wait a minute. I gotta play this clip for you.
Oh no.
I gotta play this clip. Where's it at? Oh, I hope I still have it saved. I think I still do. Yes, we do. Okay. Oh my God. So it's the cicada and his uncle.
Metas killed your parents, Gracie. They all deserve to die.
Don't believe him, Grace.
Don't believe it. No, it's the line is they all deserve to die. So over the top.
Worst Arrowverse casting in all history and the worst written villain of all time.
I wish Canada was here because Canada at one point said I need to interview him just to do my impression the whole entire time.
No, don't give him the attention.
I know, but still it would be hilarious. Oh, on Snart's tombstone, not now, Mick. Oh, that's funny. Not now,
this
Jesus Christ. That's fucking great.
Jesus Christ. Oh, good Lord.
Are you saying who's worse, Martin Cicada or Arnold Mr. Freeze? I mean, Mr.
Cicada.
Freeze.
Arnold is a legend, even though he sucks as Mr. Freeze. But Cicada is just. It was like the former management was like, you know what we can do? Let's throw horse shit on the wall, and then we make a storyline out of that.
Brick Studios here says thoughts on them confirming Diggle won't be Green Lantern for a while. Well, I got pissed off, and you said just the beginning, and makes sense because people were already commenting back saying, "Well, doesn't he doesn't choose it, realizes he needs to choose it." So maybe that's the angle they're taking, which I guess would make sense. My only thing is that we show the box with the green glow, and then he doesn't accept it. I don't know. Cicada is Oz from American Pie with throat cancer.
Right, he was in the American Pie movies.
Yes, he was.
God, I haven't seen those films. I thought I saw like one of them, and I didn't. I was like, okay, they are horny. That's their thing. Okay, I would love it. Oliver showed up on the Flash because I think Stephen Amell.
I just don't know if Stephen Amell's ever going to do it though.
He will for Grant. He will all on. I will. Let me show you. I don't have. Y'all, I'm not gonna spill tea. I don't have. I'm gonna show you my last. I'm gonna show you my last interview I did with him,
Okay.
where he listen. I know some fans there out there have done videos for like Stephen Amell and Grant Gustin being gay for each other for 5 minutes straight, which I'm like, I ship, but like he really loves. He really loves Grant Gustin. Like he absolutely does.
I would hope he returned for Flash's final episode or something. You
I
know,
think that would be nice. Hold on, I will. Let's find a timestamp.
DC shows will still be on TV and streaming. Oh yeah, of course they will. Yeah, if it's you want profit, of course it will. Ray Palmer's actor, you mean what's his name? Brandon Routh. He didn't leave Legends. He's written out. Return of Superman. I mean, I would like him to return as Kingdom Come Superman, but I don't think they'll bring him back.
Never say never.
Justin Bieber. Never say never.
Oh God, I forgot about his existence.
Yeah,
I thought he was.
exactly.
I thought he was dead. Okay, so I'm sending you the video. I hopefully it has the right timestamp. Otherwise, I will just DM you the timestamp, and then you can share the
Okay.
screen.
Let's see. Okay. Pull up Twitter.
Not now, Mick. Not now,
Not
Mick.
now, Mick. 150.
Okay.
Okay.
And I can mute my mic so there's no echo. So
Okay. Let me see. Let me pull up share screen. Share screen. Share. I hope you guys can hear this. Hopefully. I think you guys will be able to. Allow. Okay. Got this pulled up. Make sure we're good. Okay. And let's play it here. Turn this thing up a little bit so you can actually hear it.
Well, speaking of Grant and speaking of the fight, I was asking Mark before that, before the crossover, because one of the core relationships in there has been Oliver and Barry. And would you hope to see them getting to have a little mini adventure before the crossover? I mean, I know production can be difficult, whatnot, but would you want that?
Any chance I get to work with Grant, I'll take. I love working with him. Aside from Emily and David, he is my favorite person to work with. There's something about whatever he does with Barry Allen that brings out a part of Oliver Queen that doesn't exist if I'm not hanging with him.
That was beautiful.
Don't tell him that.
Well, I mean,
Are you recorded?
it's all of this.
That is great. That is great.
There was just something like when the eye contact. I'm just like, I need to let him know that this was great. I'm like, that was beautiful. And
Yes. I mean, yeah, I could definitely see him popping up for Flash's last episode or in the last season at least. I guess depending on his shooting schedule for Heels, which I forgot to watch the trailer because they dropped the trailer for it. I completely forgot to watch it. But I mean, I don't know. I guess it depends on his schedule. I would hope that he would because, I mean, Barry showed up at his funeral the last episode. They also got Melissa Benoist. I was more shocked they got Melissa than Grant for the last episode of Arrow. I'm thinking, oh, okay. They're really pushing this because they could easily just had Grant show up, but they had Melissa show up too.
well, they all shoot in the same city. I think it works.
Yeah. Let's see. Does anyone think that Captain Luthor is a version of Alexander Luthor? I think possibly. I mean, I think they're being non-specific. They haven't said his first name yet for a reason. I think so. Maybe you're right. Maybe. Thoughts on the Guy Gardner cast? Did you see the casting for Guy Gardner?
Yeah, I think it's great. I think Finn Windrock is a really good actor. I don't watch American Horror Story. It's too weird for me, but I have watched a couple episodes, and it was specific about the characters that he has played, and yeah, I think they hit the jackpot for Guy Gardner. I know that a lot of people were like, he would be better as Kyle or whatever. So because he doesn't look like a douche like Guy Gardner does. So, but I can tell you this, Finn knows how to play douchey. So
Not too worried about that. I agree with the statement. Barry Allen should appear in Supergirl series finale. I would
Yes.
think so. I have a question for you because I feel like you would be, because I was thinking about this. So, as we know, it has been official. It was leaked out there a bit before, but now we know we're getting a new Guardian in Supergirl, of course, Jimmy's sister. Of course, we have Alex, who is
Sentinel.
Yes, I haven't seen after the season 6 premiere. I haven't watched the show since. That's unfortunate. My part. I've just been behind on a lot of these shows and stuff, so it is what it is. But with everything that's been going on, I have been theorizing they're going to do a Supergirl spinoff with Sentinel and the new Guardian. Because why would you, in the last season, in the back half of it, introduce her as Guardian and the show is ending? Like, literally in a number of episodes. I just don't understand it. So I feel like they're setting up a potential spinoff from Supergirl. Because regardless of what people, because as we know, all of these sites, YouTube channels, claim the Arrowverse is dying, it's woke, all this kind of shit. These shows are very successful for the CW network and overall for Warner Brothers Television. They're very successful for many different reasons. So if Melissa Benoist is done with Supergirl, which is clear as day, she is done with the show. So they're ending it. That's fine. I feel they're setting up a spinoff with them two. Since they're together, they're both heroes. The fact, because it wasn't like they introduced her as Guardian officially in season 5. Then I could see, okay, maybe they won't. But literally, it's the back half of the last season. They're introducing her as Guardian with a comic book accurate suit in terms of what Guardian looks like. And Alex is now Sentinel. I'm not loud. Sorry, I'm not loud. But anyways, I feel like they're setting up a crossover. They're setting up a spinoff show. That's my guess. And do you think I'm crazy, or do you think I'm heading in the right direction?
I think the only thing that you said about that was crazy was the people who called these shows woke. I'm just saying, like, these shows. I'm attacking that. I'm attacking them. Yeah. So not you.
Wait, what I'm saying is these shows are not failures. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. But I don't see it happening, mainly because I think that, yes, why would you make the suit now? But at the same time, like, if they're going to, because this would happen in episode 12, I believe. I think that's airing in September. So at least, there would be a Guardian arc for at least 8 episodes. But, I don't see it happening. I think they're kind of moving away from the Supergirl corner of the universe, of the Arrowverse. So, but once Supergirl is over, that's it for them. At least I don't. I see the comment about the Midvale spinoff. No, it's not gonna happen. Like they're moving on.
That sounds less likely because eventually that actor is gonna grow up. And it's going to be the same age range as Kara, so it's like it's not going to work.
Yeah, but if I may just say this one comment about the whole woke thing and so on, is that there's nothing wrong with if it's wrong to be inclusive when our world, there's different cultures, different backgrounds. We all have different origin and so on. What's so wrong with portraying it on television? Because I don't see how we benefit from just having white straight all the time. So, the people who I've been attacked for being woke. I'm like, yeah, I'm woke. I'm an SJW. I don't mind. So just for people watching, just try to think of how you use those words.
Well, yeah, I only mentioned that because they like to use those words or other words in general a lot. And
this wasn't against you. I think it's good that you actually brought it up.
I brought it up because they try to spin it to say, well, these shows are not successful. Well, the thing is, they're very successful. They would not get, like, the CW. I made a point, like, the CW will not renew your show for any reason. Like, they will get rid of your show. There was a show, Valor, a couple years ago, a military-esque show, 1 season, And people say, oh, the CW renews everything. No, not true. There's a number of shows you go down the list they've canceled after one season because it's not doing anything for them. It's not earning any app revenue. It's not having any sort of retention of audience on live or on social media. They're not going to keep it around. It just doesn't happen. They just do not do it.
Exactly.
I mean, look, if Supergirl truly was a failure, it would not have lasted up to where it's at now. On the
heck, they wouldn't even brought it on from CBS.
Yeah, and that was, I wouldn't say a gamble. That was a smart move for the CW because Supergirl was a big hit, even though it was losing viewership on CBS. I mean, it still had a lot of attention.
Oh yeah,
and the fact that it brought it into the Arrowverse officially, even though Barry crossed over, with her fully integrated, and of course everything now after Crisis. I mean, it was a smart move on their part.
Yeah, they even said like, I don't know when Mark Pedowitz said it, but he said like that we should have had this from the beginning. Like he regretted that they let go of it.
The first season was all over the place in terms of tone, and sometimes the episodes were really comic book like esque, pulling for storyline, and others they're like completely don't know what they're doing with the show. So it's good that with season 2 onward, they found what they wanted the show to be.
I mean, season 1 is my favorite season because I think it still felt like Kara's show. Now it's like I love the characters, but like I feel this show does not feel like Kara's story anymore. So
what?
But I love season 2. I do like season 2 though.
I think the point that people were making and what I was referring to is that it was Kara's story in season 1. It just felt like they didn't know what they wanted the show to be in season 1 because they were kind of all over the place because it was on CBS. It was on a network that really didn't have a lot of superhero shows or anything like
they
that.
Have NCIS and CSI and FBI and whatever.
The network didn't know what they wanted the show to be. So on CW, it makes more sense because you already have that kind of stuff already on the platform. So it makes more sense in terms of tone. I remember all the marketing leading up to season 2 when it moved over to CW. It's like, this feels more natural because I watched it live sometimes during season 1 on CBS, and it felt weird watching commercials for other shows on the network going, this is not Supergirl related at all. Yes, Jason, the crossover with Flash was awesome.
I watched it 2 days ago, and I'm like, it still holds up so well.
It's funny. It's got some great moments. And what happened to Silver Banshee? That I think was a pretty cool portrayal, and they completely removed her. Is gone.
I think it was once the show moved to Vancouver. I think some of the actors probably just didn't want to.
Yeah, Lois's sister, Maxwell Lord, they did not want to move, so they did not move.
Well, I'm glad we didn't get more Maxwell Lord because I did not like that version of Maxwell Lord.
Have you I think I sent you the link to when I gave Oliver Queen a call.
It was a great call. It was the best of calls.
Did you see the first call I did with Team Arrow?
I have not.
Okay, I'll link it to you after this.
Yeah.
But a brief summary. It's during season 2 when Slade's and Oliver in the house with Oliver, Thea, and their mom or whatever, and he butt dials them, not really, and the team finally answers the call and they hear Deathstroke's voice. So I'm sitting there, Felicity answers the phone, and I go, okay, don't say anything, don't tell anybody, put me on speakerphone and just pretend you don't know what's going on. I'm gonna do some impressions and see if they can figure out who it is. So when Thea comes on in the speaker, they think I'm impersonating Thea. I impersonate Deathstroke, and then they believe I'm actually Deathstroke, and now they're coming after me. So I have to call Barry. It's really funny. I'm bringing this up because in season 1, Maxwell Lord has a call with Alex during like episode 10 or something, and I found the clip, and I'm like, I gotta use this for another phone call because it's completely a weird phone call. I would want to use it for something, but it was just
Lord, I can never.
I'm gonna talk to Alex is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna talk to her because she's like, we're gonna lay this out all on the table. I'm like, what do you want to lay on the table? What do you want?
What is this? Why does everyone want Powerpuff Girls to connect to the Arrowverse? It's not gonna happen.
Can you? No.
Yuck.
I'm still waiting for their updated suits because that picture that came out, that's from flashbacks.
I don't want this show.
And the fact, wait, is it greenlit or is it just pilot still? I think it's still pilot. Or is it greenlit? I think it's still pilot. I don't think it's been.
I mean, when you say pilot, do you mean pilot order?
Well, we know they're shooting a pilot. What I'm saying
Yeah.
is it greenlit for series?
No,
Is what I mean.
that's what we're finding out very, very soon.
Okay, we'll find out because they'll show the pilot to the CW, and the network will decide at that point if they want it. Which I'm assuming, based on the cast they got for it.
Yeah, it will have at least one season. We will see but yeah, it's a Greg Blanty show, so you know.
Yeah. Some of the shows could have adapted the comic version of Kara, who's very different compared to CW. She feels more like a female Clark. I mean, they could have. I feel like they were at the time they couldn't do Superman, so I get your point.
Actually, I remember. Actually, sorry, but I just remembered that I interviewed Sarah Schechter during season 1, because I was asking her specific about like the whole like because we had seen the pilot, and I kind of asked like, well, how come that do you guys have this restriction of like you can only say his cousin, and so on, and she kind of basically just said, and she was correct to say it, that no, it's not about that we can't use him, it's about the fact that it is not his show. We can say Superman, we can't use him basically, but like this is her show. This we're not using her show to to bring him in or promote him, so because by season 2, poof, they got him and so on. So like I don't think they
and that's interesting because people thought that he only showed up because he went to CW. People think that that's why he showed up for the first time officially, is because it's CW.
I think it was more because they didn't want him to overshadow Kara's show. So like I don't like this comment about like her being a female Clark. Like no, I read it. I read some Supergirl comics, and like she is very much like that. She is very joyful, very witty, and so like
I don't know if he'll become a version of Superboy Prime though. I don't think so.
Maybe from another universe.
Maybe. Superboy season 4 Supergirl did just fine with barely any Superman. They don't need Superman for Supergirl. She's on her own great character. There you go. And I mean, you can't forget the fact that season 3 had the best villain of all time, Rain. I mean, that is like amazing. People sometimes forget the Arrowverse is the TV version of the MCU. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, there's some people that have dropped off from the Arrowverse because of major changes and the fact we're losing a bunch of shows and they're making a bunch of all that. I get it, but it's like these shows were never meant to last forever.
Yeah, no shows does. I mean, even Supernatural after 700 seasons ended.
Yeah.
Did I say 700? I mean 900.
Yeah, it's kind of how it is. I mean, Arrow was not going to. I mean, even though Stephen Amell at one point said that we're going to make it to 10 seasons. That didn't happen. I mean, he has said that.
Did he say 10 seasons?
He said it multiple times. I remember him saying, I think someone asked about the length of Smallville and the length of Arrow, and he said, well, hopefully we'll get to 10 seasons and kind of hit that mark like Smallville. It didn't happen.
He became a father. He he wants to do other things. I mean, I think people like. I think if it had been maybe like for 22 episodes per season is a huge commitment. So I think that at some point, like 8 seasons. I mean, I think he even said that he was ready to be done after season 7. But I think Greg Berlanti convinced him to come back for like a short season to kind of set up Crisis.
Then when the pandemic started, he didn't know if his show Heels was going to continue, so he tried to see if he can get season 9 of Arrow going.
Never gonna happen.
Yeah, well, at the time because he didn't know if Heels was going to happen because like everything was shut down.
Yeah, and I remember.
And he was stuck in Vancouver. So can we figure out a way to do this? I'm already here, and it didn't happen. Which it would have been really weird because literally you already ended season 8. Like the way it ended, you can't go back from that. You can't then continue with something else. I just don't know how they would have made it work.
I think he could have showed up as a recurring character on maybe Flash, like as the Spectre or like as a Sparrow or like, a ghost in Barry's mind.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Ghost in Barry's mind.
By the way, for people watching, wondering why I'm sitting with this all the time, so I have Asperger's, and like I always have to do something with my fingers. It's not that like I'm not bored. It's like it's not to be rude. It's that my like I will go bananas in my mind if I don't do something, and I can't find my fidget spinners. So that's yeah.
Well, we've been talking for a bit, I think, because we're at an hour and 19 minutes. I think after an hour and 30, we'll probably call it for this evening because it's getting late. Fernando here, so we'll go for a little bit longer, guys. Now, what they could have done is Green Arrow and the Canaries have Oliver cameo in flashbacks, but I mean that's a good point.
I like that. I do like that.
They could have found ways to have Oliver interacting with Laurel or Dinah or both, and have it being things we've not seen before in the flashback.
Like Green Arrow with a Black Canary, yeah, what a concept.
What a concept. Doomsday or Agent Liberty, that's a
Doomsday. Hey, Sam Witwer was so much better as Doomsday.
Yeah. Oh, he was Doomsday in Smallville. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are we connecting that?
Yeah, no. I saw that Jason had brought up Sam Witwer before, so I see you, Jason. I see you. I listen. I will nod my head. My Smallville DVD box is right there, and I got you. I got you.
I do know who the villain of season 2 of Superman Lois is going to be.
Walter Hamada.
I was about to say Walter Hamada. I was about to say. And we're going to put Fernando. They could have made it a miniseries, 10 to 13 episodes. Could have easily. It could have done 10 because Arrow season 8 was 10 episodes.
Yeah.
One of them was Crisis, but you get my point. They could have done it. Let's see. Who are your top 3 favorite main villains in the Arrowverse? Oh, Reverse Flash,
Tobias Whale, and
Deathstroke.
Yeah.
Rain. I gotta go Rain. I gotta give my girl Rain some love.
Yeah, not me. Yeah, I think yeah, I would maybe say Alice is number 4 for me.
Alice, good point. Yeah, I loved her so much in season 1, especially all the reveals and stuff of who she is and the backstory of what happened.
Would you like it if she became Red Alice? You remember in the comics when she became a vigilante, she did become like an anti-hero for a while?
Yeah, I don't know, because see, I'm hearing conflicting things about after my stoppage after season 4 of Batwoman season 2, I stopped at that point, that there's some stuff that may be hinting at that. I don't know. I don't know if you can, because what she's done, I feel like they can't. I could be wrong though. Anything's possible, I guess, with these shows. There's no hope for Green Arrow and the Canaries. It's dead. The actors have moved on. It's clear. There's no hope to save it. With CW passing on it, they're not going to the HBO Max is not going to pick it up. It's not going to happen. See, Agent Liberty, the Thinker, Deathstroke. I mean, I was with you with Deathstroke, but then Agent Liberty, Thinker, what? No,
I actually know, Billy. I think the Thinker. I hate that sentence. Hold on. I consider the Thinker a good villain for the first half of the season, and I believe that the Thinker should have been a villain for in the way they're doing it now on the Flash with graphic novels, because that was a great actor, and in concept, Clifford is a really complex character to deal with. Yeah. Oh Lord.
It's dead. Bury it.
Not now.
Not now, Mick. not now, Billy.
What is your favorite live action Batman and Gordon duo?
I like that question.
For me, because J.K. Simmons and Ben Affleck didn't have enough scenes.
It's got to be the Batman and Gordon. It can't be like one Gordon and one Batman different. Okay.
No. I definitely the Dark Knight trilogy. I think that, listen, I love Ben Affleck. He is my favorite Batman. But like, I think he and J.K. Simmons, like them having only 2 scenes. I mean, I'm not gonna go all like Gaga, like, oh my god.
I'm gonna throw a curveball.
Gotham. Yeah, that is.
It's not Batman, but I mean,
For
come
me,
on. They had a lot of great moments together.
Yeah, I even remember saying to Ben McKinsey, like, I don't know, this was years ago when I interviewed him, I said something like, I've never been so fascinated by this angle of the Bruce and Gordon relationship. I'm like, for me, it's like, in that universe, Gordon is his surrogate father. Don't remind me. I mean, okay, can I will say this. It's not impossible that this could be a great show. Anything is possible. I do think it is ridiculous that we're taking something, that is a kid's show and making it adult, where it's like, I remember like thinking when I was a kid, like, they were interesting because they were kids. Like, so, oh yeah, they should have definitely done a Birds of Prey spinoff.
Exactly. I mean, I felt like that they should have done that, and he deserved to be called Joker.
Yeah.
He did.
Oh,
All the work. Jesus.
Love Cameron Monaghan. I'm like, do you remember 116? And do you remember the trailer? And then,
Yes.
and then we get to that scene.
I reacted to that scene on my YouTube account. It's one of the most viewed videos. Remember, like, because I had heard about this show Gotham, never watched it at that point, and someone mentioned that you need to watch the scene. So I watched it and I was blown away. I'm like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Billy, you need to watch Gotham. You need to watch Gotham. You got to. There's so many things in that show.
It's one of the best DC shows that ever was made.
Have you seen the Bully Maguire meme of him selling the gauntlet and Doctor Strange says there was no other?
I love Bully Maguire so much.
So stupid. So stupid. I remember there's Bully Maguire in these thing called Weird Trailers on YouTube. And it's like Bully Maguire will show up and throw Tom Holland's Spider-Man away. He just throws him. It's like, wait, who are you? And he throws him and it's just Bully Maguire. It's like really like just stupid stuff. Oh my gosh. You better make it a priority, boy. Let's see. I still think season 4 is 55 except for the Joker episode. Ooh. What do you think happened to Commissioner Gordon in the Arrowverse? Ooh. Did they say what happened to him? No, they didn't.
I don't think they've ever mentioned. They mentioned GCPD, but they don't really like and acknowledge.
Retired, maybe.
I mean, good. I mean, if that man could retire in a city called Gotham, bless him.
Power to him. The Black Canaries, White Canary Hunters. I feel like you're asking for too much there.
Yeah,
I would say Black Canaries, Huntress, and Nissa. Maybe not Speedy, because I feel like Thea would not stick around.
Yeah, I think Canaries, Huntress, and Nissa would be enough.
Yeah. Yeah, season 1, I liked overall season 1 of Gotham, but yes, I mean, once you really get into the show past that point, I feel like it's like addicting. You have to keep watching.
Yeah. Season 1 is it's a challenge. Like it's not unwatchable, but I think everything after 116, like it's on. I think that's when they finally started finding themselves.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, it's been a long Monday. I hate it.
Yeah,
I worked way over 8 hours today. Ugh.
Damn.
Trying to catch up on my stuff. It is what it is. Billy Maguire also killed Qui-Gon. Well, that makes sense.
Who would you like to cross over with Stargirl? Everyone wants to see Stargirl crossovers. That's
yeah. Now that she's officially in the Arrowverse because of Crisis, everyone wants to see her pop up now. Which I get it because the show is now a part of it. So they want, because Supergirl did the same thing, right? Another Earth. So I get it.
My thoughts on Blind season 3. I think season 3 was really, really strong, and this season I feel that it is. I'm sad the show's ending, but this is not my favorite season.
Barbara Gordon with 70 Brown with red hair about woman is giving me those vibes. Okay, I hear you. I mean, yeah, because mostly 70 Brown has blonde hair.
She might be blonde next time we see her.
Watch it for the Rogues, if not for GCPD. Carmen Falcon was also pretty good. Oh yeah.
Oh my God, Falcone was like that actor. Bless his heart, because I'm just like, this man is like listening to poetry every time he opens his mouth. Like they like, I hope that the Batman took some cues from Gotham in terms of how to write Falcone.
I hope so, because they're doing a GCPD show. So hopefully.
Yeah, wonderful.
Woo. A Gotham-esque show, but not Gotham.
You're trash, McIntyre. What?
That's my last name now. Bully McGuire, you're trash, boy. Thanks. I like how his picture is Magneto too. We know about Douglas Dumbhelp being Magneto, but now he's full circle. It's been an hour and 30, guys. I guess we're gonna call it now.
Unless you want to go to if you want, unless you want to go to midnight.
I probably need to head to bed soon.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Gotcha. Well, thank you guys for hanging out. It's been fun. We'll definitely have to do this again sometime for sure.
Yeah,
it's always been fun to do these live streams with Andy here. Make sure you follow Andy on Twitter. Check out his YouTube channel, all that fun stuff. He posts articles, of course, on Screen Rant.
Too much sometimes. I'm sorry, I'm so annoying.
Anywhere else you want them to go to specifically?
You can find me at the Flash podcast, where I regularly talk about the Flash and some other DC TV stuff. But I have fun doing these. I am not used to doing live as much. I'm gonna try and do more stuff on my channel too, and I will definitely have you over on my channel. Yeah, this was fun.
Yes, it was. It's always
go
great.
Go subscribe to him and go follow him on social. Yes, you. I'm pointing at you. I remember last time when I was pointing, I was like, I'm pointing over like that way or that way, and it looked weird. But go subscribe to Chainsaw on YouTube and follow on all the socials and hit the notification bell. And if you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. And do you have a Patreon? You have a Patreon. Yeah, go pledge to his Patreon and go say nice things about him on social media and leave a nice comment if you like this video. And yeah.
And there you have it, guys. Hope you guys are doing well on this Monday. And I'll see you guys soon. And like I said, follow Andy. Go check out his stuff.
Follow Shane.
He posts a bunch of stuff.
And he posts a bunch of stuff.
It's crazy. A lot of stuff. A lot of content to consume, people.
Yes.
Make sure you're out there enjoying it. Peace out, everybody. Bye-bye.